Derpy Dumpy Donald determined you are so deliciously dumb you won't deconstruct the decimals and decipher his delusional duplicitous dupe. Sorry if that was confusing the math. He doesn't think you're smart enough to do the math. So let's do it and I'll make it easy. You may have heard his latest plan, which is to offer $2,000 tariff dividends to every American citizen. He thinks this is going to trick you into supporting it. So let's do the math real quick. There are 340 million Americans. Times $2,000 is $680 billion. And in the entire calendar year, his tariffs haven't even raised 1/3 of that. So unless he's going to take on over $400 billion in new debt so we can give you $2,000 now, his plan is already shit. But he wants to do it anyway because he thinks it's going to make you love his tariffs. He's trying to buy public opinion. He thinks giving every American $2,000 is going to make up for the fact that he has worked together with congressional Republicans to create the most crushingly unaffordable economic environment we have seen in our collective lives, punctuated by the expiration of the healthcare subsidies that millions of families need to survive. An expiration that will cost the 10 hardest hit states, 6 of which went to Trump and 4 of which went to Harris, from $16,000 to $32,000 per year. Even the state with the 4th softest impact, Pennsylvania, it's a swing state, will see an average increase of $6,000 per person per year. Let's see, $6,000 in new expenses minus $2,000 is still $4,000. I can do math. $4,000 in jacked up premiums that every single person in Pennsylvania will have to pay if they got their plan through Obamacare. Plans that were of course made significantly cheaper because of Joe Biden's Inflation Reduction Act. So now you've got from $4,000 to $32,000 in rising healthcare expenses, on top of rising energy costs, and on top of rising food prices, against the backdrop of unaffordable housing and flatlined wage and job growth. And Donald Trump's best case scenario is to borrow $400 billion on your behalf, combine it with the $180 or so billion that you paid in tariffs, and use it to cut you a check for $2,000, which will really be like $1,200 once you've paid off the interest on the national debt, ultimately loaning you too little of your own money so that you can try to navigate the unaffordable economy built for you by Donald Trump.